This video starts off with a gym grind. After this I can level up to Kamaki's Confidant. I then enter Mementos and I'm now able to show you guys why Ryuji's Confidant is so critical. We then have a fight in Mementos against a guy who's been kidnapping cats, and because I want pussy I have to defeat them. After knocking down the opponent, we then have to choose the right dialogue options to change the person's heart. And because I played this game so many fucking times, I know what I'm doing. With Ryuji's Confidant being as high as it is, basically we insta-kill any opponent. And the use for this is we get given the persona that we would have fought, and this is fucking overpowered. I then fuse a Suzaku and Oribus, but then I decide to fuse Kaguya. Technically she is a DLC persona, but because I'm fusing her, I don't care. I then spend some time with the Doctor and the average virgin persona fan. I then also take my boyfriend out to dinner. I then get into a new place called Kichijoji, but I'm being stalked by my crazy ex-girlfriend. I then level up Beta Joe Biden's Confidant up to level 3. I also spend some quality time with Chad Doctor and level up his Confidant. I have another Mementos fight against this guy and it's pretty fucking easy, I think. This guy is weak to fire, but Yusuke is an absolute Chad and hits a critical attack on him first try. With 1-0 from Ryuji, he goes down. Next up is a fight against Black Frost, and when he's weak to Bless, which Kaguya specialises in, this fight is as easy as your mum. This next fight is boring as fuck, so I'll just skip it. Next up is a fight that kind of worried me, as it's a higher grade target than the rest of the targets we've all done in Mementos so far, but it turned out to be no issue as I defeated him quite easily. Now's probably a good time to mention I lost a lot of footage while recording, which also means I lost out on the Akechi pancakes moment.
Thought I heard something about delicious pancakes.
So I'm kind of upset about this, but anyway, I'll try and explain the plot as we're going along. At the moment, Student Council President Makoto has figured out that we are the Phantom Thieves, and we're trying to get information on a drug ring that's going on. The pizza smuggler here tells us information on the mafia boss, so we're going to investigate now. We then meet a homeless man on the subway who points us towards the mafia boss. I then level up Ryuji to level 8, and I'm fucking balling. To get info on the mob boss, I meet up with this drunken woman named Oya, and she's not much use, but she tells me the name of the mob boss, Karashiro. So this is the next part of the video, Karashiro's Palace.
I kind of want to just like hook a car battery up to my nuts.
We enter Karashiro's palace and find out that his palace is actually a massive floating bank. So now we've got to reevaluate our entrance. Sergio Sideho calls Makoto useless. Yeah! Makoto runs out of money, so she comes to the bank with us to try and get some dollar kosh dollar whatever the fuck. Karashiro tricks us, and now we have to fight waves on waves of Onis, and I am fucking pissed. Makoto then has a gamer moment and awakens to a persona, but during the awakening, she moans so much she's a fucking porn star, so I have to mute the audio for monetization reasons. Makoto's persona is a nuclear motorbike, and we have a little fight to show her what she can do. Well, most of the enemies are weak to nuclear attacks, so this fight is easier than your mum. Makoto then joins us as an official Phantom Thief. I level up my guts to level 3, and this means I can finally call Kawamumi, but stay tuned to the end of the video because we're actually going to booty call Kawamumi. I fuse some new personas and go back into the palace, but because I did not prepare well enough, I fucking die, and because I didn't save well enough, I lose all my progress. I unlock Arna Morgana's Showtime, so I'll just let you guys watch it. Morgana Pod. Oh, the annoying one.
What do you want?
Jiggle physics, bro. I recruit an Orpheus, and I actually remember to save my game for once. I collect the first will seed. Now I've got to fight against two security guards, Fuki and Suki. The first one isn't much trouble, he goes down pretty easy, but the second one causes me a bit of trouble. Oh, fuck! But I managed to get the fucker the second time and we can progress. While picking up the second world seed, it might be critical to mention that during this whole infiltration, I may have raised the security level a bit too high. So every encounter I was coming across, I was facing like 2 waves of enemies. And this took a toll on the party because it was draining SP left, right and centre. Now we have a fight with Suki and Fuki, but this time they brought their big brother Kinky. So this fight is quite difficult, but first time I get absolutely pummeled. Yeah, that was meant to happen sooner or later. The second fight goes much better. The next part of the bank is this big underground maze thing, and this takes a while to get through. There are like security code panels that you need to find the combinations for, but if you just look up the codes, you just find them easily like I did. And here I just fucking mess up.
Destroy the refrigerator.
Bastard. Like I mentioned earlier, because the palace security level is so high, I keep getting ambushed by waves of enemies, and eventually they kill me. Oh, no! No! Like I said earlier, I did lose a bit of footage, but I did finish the dungeon, I just didn't record it. I did get the third will seed, and now we're ready to do the boss, which is Karashiro, so let's go. Before we get into the fight, I just want you to appreciate Karashiro's Nene. Prep for this included getting Shikioji out of the Velvet Room again. This is because he's probably one of the best debuffers on the team, and he's also invulnerable to physical attacks, which Karashiro can do with his Piggytron. Now I've chosen Makoto for this party because she has some of the strongest stats in the game, and she'll probably be a constant party member throughout the rest of the game too. During the fight we get one of those special options where he's running around like he's on the high rolls in Takeshi's castle. So we have to try and distract him with something valuable. Luckily Morgana gets it and he's not useless. Now this first fight isn't difficult, it's just tedious. And we keep being inflicted with status ailments, so it's not very nice. But eventually Piggytron goes down and we can move on to phase 2. Just before the start of the second phase, I use the spotlight on Joker so the enemies target him more. The plan for this fight is just to sleep the enemies and focus on Karashiro. This should be easy enough, it's not difficult. Fortunately Morgana gets capped so I don't have to listen to any of his annoying voice lines anymore. Karashiro rains money down on us as like a special, but eventually he runs out of money and can't pay his bodyguards, so they decide to flee. And this is the end of the fight basically.
Woo! Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for!
We have our normal palace crumbling scene, and then Arm decides to fully yeet Morgana into a bus. We escape the palace successfully, but then find Morgana attempting suicide in the middle of the road. I level up Usopp's confidant to level 6, and it makes me realise how scared I am for the One Piece live action movie. Yes! Oh. I may have just spat water everywhere. I then start Kawakami's confidant, and her confidant is actually really good, even though her character is a bit weird. I then level up Kawakami's confidant to level 2, and I also begin Makoto's confidant. I level up Yoshida's confidant to level 5, Maruki's confidant to level 5, start Oya's confidant, and level up the Twin Warden's confidant to level 2. I also level up Takemi to level 5, Mishima to level 6, and I start Yusuke's confidant. I also get Takemi to level 6 and Makoto to level 2. To start the fortune teller social link, I have to pay 100,000 yen for this girl's OnlyFans, but it turns out to be a scam. I also go fishing with Ryuji and meet Master Kawakami. I also reach Yoshida to rank 6 and Takemi to rank 7. Now Takemi's rank 7, you have to do a Mementos request to level her up to level 8. So that's our next job, but that's going to be in the next video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.